On Sunday, singer 37-year-old Mindy McCready was found dead on the front porch of her Arkansas home of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. McCready leaves behind two sons, 6-year-old Xander and 10-month-old Zane. Just a month earlier, police had paid another visit to the house in Heber Springs. On that day, they found the infant's father, record producer David Wilson, dead on the porch. He too had apparently taken his own life, and he too had used a gun. McCready burst onto the music scene in 1996 with her debut album, 10,000 Angels. It sold more than 2 million copies. Her chart-topping hit Guys Do It All the Time followed that same year. In all, she put 14 songs and 6 of her albums on the Billboard country charts. She struggled with addiction and mental illness, often publicly. Letters from John Lennon's killer detailing his obsession with the novel The Catcher in the Rye to a police officer who arrested him went on sale Monday through a Los Angeles auction house. The 4 missives from Mark David Chapman to Officer Steven Spiro are on sale through Moments in Time, which specializes in historical documents and rare autographs at a fixed price of $75,000. The auction house is selling the letters on behalf of Spiro, who arrested Chapman on December 8th of 1980, shortly after he shot Lennon outside the Dakota, the ex-Beatles Manhattan apartment building. The letters are typed and signed by Chapman. They were written over several months in 1983 after he pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 20 years to life in prison. The officer, Spiro, has decided to sell them in part to pay off hefty medical bills from cancer and other illnesses. In his new memoir, the twice-divorced 80-year-old Clive Davis reveals that he had sex with a man in the 1970s. Davis writes in the soundtrack of My Life that he hadn't repressed or confused these feelings during his marriages, and that sex with a man had provided welcome relief. He also writes that he started dating a man from 1990 to 2004, which he says was a tough adjustment for his son Mitchell. He says after one trying year, he and his son worked things out. Davis is the father of 3 children and the chief creative officer of Sony Music Entertainment. He writes that he's been in a strong monogamous relationship with a man for the last 7 years. More than 80 years after his creation, Mickey Mouse continues to surprise. The Disney archives have released a newly discovered sketch from 1938, Mickey's Toothache, part of an incomplete cartoon that was part of an effort to make Mickey a more complete character. In Mickey's Toothache, created in April of 1938, the artist has the newly adventurous Mickey experiencing something akin to a psychedelic nightmare. Mickey has traveled to the dentist and fallen under the influence of too much laughing gas. The overdose sends Mickey into a nightmarish world inhabited by living teeth, dental floss, a psychotic dentist chair, and a vengeful pair of dental pliers. The previously forgotten piece of artwork was discovered in the vault of the Disney archives, hiding out in a folder lost for more than 74 years. It was unearthed just a few months ago. Mickey's Toothache is just one of the several unveilings being planned as part of this year's D23, Disney's Faniversary celebration. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your entertainment this week.